12. Yeah, even if his opponent had all lands and Bernat drew Elspeth, he would still be too short, it looks like. If my impromptu math is correct.
So do we source the Plowshare this?
I mean, it doesn't matter. This is absolutely brutal. I would be furious if I was in Michael's shoes here. Yeah, I mean, Swords It and Firing is, look like he's just going to fire.
Or maybe you ice and hope to draw something. It just doesn't matter.
He can't ice it. It's a pile driver.
Oh, wait, does that matter? Okay, but the card itself, right? Okay, gotcha. All right.
I mean, I would bet my life's worth that if this game were to continue, Michael Bernat would win. But
I think almost everyone, all like 1,000 people, almost over 1,000 people would agree with that too.
Yeah.
That Bernat is not losing this game.
That's, I mean, it's. I'm having a hard time articulating how unjust this situation is. Obviously, there's just nothing anybody can do now, but. But I mean, poor Michael Bernat.
You have to have a pen. All right, that's the last turn, and Bernat did not win the life total race. And Nicholas apologizes, and they shook hands. Everybody's happy.
Wow. I mean, Bernat's probably, not even going to complain that much. I mean, he'll complain a little, don't get me wrong. But I mean,
I don't remember
like Michael Bernat is a class act. He's not going to be too upset. He's not too reliant on, doing well in tournaments.
Due to the sudden death rule. Oh, well, he went turn 2, Scepter and Sword.
But,
and then, so...
I mean,
when time was called, his opponent Nick was at 29, and Bernat was at 7. But
Bernat, is like I was saying, is a class act, and he's going to be understanding of the situation. But I know if I were in his shoes, I would be very upset. I don't know who that is or why you're talking about states, which is like a joke tournament.
You don't even need the live. They do that for all their events.
I mean, timed top 8s for tournaments of this caliber, as far as I know, are unheard of.
Yeah, but they do it for every single.
Bernat is not happy, and
I don't.
Well, I mean,
I don't expect him to be.
We didn't expect him to be like high five. Pretty sweet that you got the win that way.
I mean,
all right. So, but. In any case, Nicholas moves on.
Yep. Mono Red Goblins in the top 4.
Do we have the bracket filled out?
It's been a while since we've seen Goblins on the big stage, and even if it got there in a little bit of a questionable way, it's still nice to see my little red men back in the hunt.
I'm gonna go see if I can get the other 2 decks that won.
Stick Piano says Bernat made at least 3 masterful plays. I was only here for one of them. What were the other ones? I want to know. As a big Michael Bernat fan, Michael, quote, Brassnat Bernat fan. Are we back on us yet?
Yeah, we're on us.
So they get to see me fiddling with my chapstick? So a bunch broke off in the cap.
So Nick missing lethal and Bernat.
Yeah, Nick missed lethal where most players would concede in frustration to losing in a good matchup. Yeah. Bernat calmly played his descendant of Kiramaru, his English descendant of Kiramaru, and stared his opponent down. And his opponent did indeed miss it and handed the game over to Michael Bernat, who would not have lost that one. That was a good one. Then. Yes, I was keeping the chapstick in my pocket. It melted. I'm very disappointed in that. But also the other play
helped us all yesterday too. While we were doing GG's live, he was helping us with the computer work and everything. So we'll be seeing him in the top 4 of this next event.
The masterful play by Bernat was not blocking with his Descendant of Kimaru, knowing his opponent had was going to cycle his Gem Palm Incinerator, and he had 5 goblins or 6 so that he could use his sword and his top secret blue elemental blast, his slow rolled blue elemental blast, to get his opponent down to 4 goblins, making his Descendant of Kimaru survive. That was a very good read, very good play.
Hey, I thought it was whenever a creature dealt damage to a player. Whenever you dealt damage by a creature, you may gain 3 life. That's why I sat back and not swung. Yeah. That sounds like, holy shit.
All right, I'm going to see
the mono black control deck lost to Merfolk.
Yeah.
Merfolk advancing, Goblins advancing. I think the Reanimator deck lost.
Reanimator deck lost, Mono Black lost, Bernat lost, and the matchup that we had featured first, I can't even think of. 43, was it 43 lander? 1. They beat.
Chris is Volteric in this top 8? Yeah, so Owen conceding to him that one round, and then he wins the next one, gets into the top 8, and then wins his quarterfinal match. At X11, he rattled a few off, and is now in the top 4 with a very interesting take on the 43 land deck. If you've been watching us all day, you saw it earlier. It's playing blue for Intuition, which is kind of the replacement for Gamble, which you can find both Loam and some Silver Bullet lands, whereas Gamble just finds one or the other.
Most of us are playing Gamble and Intuition. Like the new stock
list,
43 land list, it's Gamble and Intuition.
Right, is playing blue, and then the Teleria Wests, as extra tutors for the lands. It's pretty techy, and then with blue you get Academy Ruins, and so he has a Mindslaver in his deck, so he can Intuition for Loam, Academy Ruins, Mindslaver once he has 13 mana. Once he has 13 mana in play, and can complete extended Tron style Mindslaver lock.
So top 4, do we know when the next match coming?
I think they may take a small break, but we are going to get the Billy Nichols versus Nicholas Montaquila.
And what's that matchup?
I believe it's a Team America.
Team America, is that the Tombstalker deck?
Yep, Tombstalker, Counterspells,
Juzza, is that his name? The Australian guy played for teams in Worlds.
Sure. 3-color Merfolk, 43 land with artifacts. Team America and Goblins.
I didn't know that wasn't like lifelink. Oh, people can hate me. I don't care.
In 2 weeks, Rashad and I are going to be in Star City Games Orlando 10K weekend. We'll get the.
Oh, there it is!
Oh my God, this is where we're going to be in 2 weeks. You can join us, get some tokens, play some Legacy and Standard, and have some fun with Star City Games and ggslive. You can put it back on us. Thanks. I think the top 8 was always timed, and we just never realized it because it was never an issue before.
Yeah, I mean,
60-minute.
If it's timed, then the judges have to announce that before. So they must have announced it, and.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw 2 files in a.
Yeah, I mean.
Wow, this is good.
I would rather, and I know a lot of people may disagree with this, but I would rather the event, finish on the floor of the lobby of the convention center than be cut short with an undeserved winner because of something like time. Once you make top 8, you should be able to play out your match. In my opinion.
I remember a long time ago, there was a miniatures game I think it was Mage Night, or one of their events. They had to leave the venue, so they moved everyone to like a local diner.
Yeah.
The final two.
Yeah.
They moved to a diner, brought the judges there,
I've
and we finished it there.
heard a few of things happen. That side event at Worlds, I think it was.